Whether visualizing a brand new building or giving a fresh look to a tired room, interior designers are artists who play with space to create attractive, functional interiors. Interior designers select the elements that define an interior space, from furniture and paint colors to lighting and floor coverings. They may sketch freehand or use design software to create a plan that suits the client's needs and preferences and reflects how the space will be used. Interior designers draft project timelines and estimate costs, place orders for materials, and oversee the installation of design elements. At project completion, they follow up with clients to ensure their satisfaction. Designers must be familiar with building codes, local regulations, and universal accessibility standards. They may work with architects and builders to define permanent aspects of a space, such as a room size or wall or window placement. Some interior designers specialize, for example, in designing healthcare facilities, kitchens and bathrooms, or in using sustainability principles in their work. Meeting with clients during evening and weekend hours may be necessary. A number are self-employed. Typical employers include design firms, architects, and furniture stores. To enter the field, interior designers usually need a bachelor's degree with a focus on interior design. Some states require licensure.
Interior design is one of the most exciting and creative professions, a combination of art, science, and technology that manipulates space, form, texture, color, and light to enhance the quality of human life. It is also about understanding people's behavior to create functional spaces within a building. We spend an increasing amount of our lives indoors in built environments. We wake from a night's sleep in some form of interior space and go to school to learn, work, or play in another space that gives a sense of purpose to our lives. When you know the basic interior design principles, you can transform any space to look fabulous. You know what it feels like when you walk into a well-designed room. You can sense how everything feels cohesive and put together. It feels just right. You can achieve that effect in your own home with a little knowledge of basic design principles. Pair that knowledge with practice and experimentation and you're on your way to creating a beautiful home. Balance. In design, balance creates a feeling of equilibrium. It is all about equalizing or approximating the visual weight of objects. Balance is created not just through shape, but through color, pattern, and texture as well. There are 3 different kinds of balance. Number 1, symmetrical or formal. Traditional or formal spaces call for symmetrical balance where the space is evenly split into 2 sides that mirror each other. For example, 2 chairs on either side of a coffee table can be said to be symmetrically balanced. This kind of balance is easy to achieve as design elements are repeated on each side. Number 2, asymmetrical or informal. The visual weights of lines, colors, forms, and textures are balanced without exact duplication. It is not as ordered as symmetrical balance and can be more complex and interesting. For instance, a sofa can be balanced by placing 2 chairs on the other side. Number 3, radial balance. Radial balance is achieved when there is a central focal point with other elements radiating from it or around it. An example would be a round dining table, with chairs arranged around it. There is a lot of repetition of form, texture, and color. The second principle is rhythm. As in music, rhythm in design is all about creating patterns of repetition and contrast to create visual interest. You can achieve this by using the same color or shape at different intervals. Its purpose is to move your eye around the room. For instance, you can establish a rhythm by using a color in the pillows, picking it up in a painting, and echoing it again in a rug. These repetitions will help carry your eye around the room. The third principle is harmony. Harmony is created when all the elements act together to create a unified message. Just as rhythm can create excitement, harmony creates a sense of restfulness. For instance, you can create harmony by using just one color, even though your forms vary greatly in shape, size, and texture. The fourth principle is emphasis. Emphasis on architectural spaces often have points of interest such as a fireplace or a window with a beautiful view. For interiors, you can choose to enhance the built-in focal point by arranging furniture around it to emphasize it. In a room that lacks such a built-in point of interest, you can create one through groupings of furniture or using an unusual or large piece. The fifth principle is proportion and scale. Proportion is the ratio between the size of one part to another, and scale is how the size of one object relates to another or to the space in which it is placed. For instance, a large overstuffed sectional in a small room will be out of scale. These 5 principles of interior design are keys in creating inviting spaces that family and friends will love spending time in.
When thinking about interior design, words like creativity and flair immediately spring to mind, but many would be surprised to find there is a degree of science involved. These interior design elements include space, line, forms, light, color, texture and pattern, and keeping them balanced is the key to creating an aesthetically pleasing interior. Getting these elements to work together in harmony will also bring an increased functionality. Space is the foundation of an interior, and is a fundamental concept to understand. Space can be split into 2 categories. Positive space is space containing objects, while negative space is the open, empty space. Lines help to shape a room and guide the eye. Horizontal lines give a sense of stability, formality and efficiency. Vertical lines evoke feelings of freedom and strength. Dynamic lines provide energy and movement. Form is the shape of the room. It relates to the physical form of anything that is 3-dimensional. Geometric refers to hard lines and square edges looking man-made, while natural relates to more organic and nature forms. Natural or man-made light is a critical aspect of any space. Without it, all of the other elements would not be able to shine to their full potential. Light can be broken into the categories of task lighting, accent lighting and mood lighting. Color is a science all on its own. It has the ability to create mood, define unity and alter the perception of how large or small a space is. Color can evoke memories and stir emotions, stimulating a physical and psychological response in our bodies. Greens and blues entice calmness and are suited to bedrooms, whereas red entices appetite and therefore often used in restaurants. Texture refers to the tactile surface of an object or finish. It's often overlooked, but really does have the ability to bring a unique dimension to the room. Visual texture refers to texture that is perceived by the eye, while actual or tactile textures can be seen or felt and has 3D characteristics. A pattern is created by the use of repetitive design and can be found in wallpaper, soft furnishings, rugs and fabrics. Patterns come in various types, such as stripes, geometric, pictorial, organic, motif and animal prints.
When talking about the reach envelope, this is the area that a worker can reach comfortably, while maintaining minimal deviation from a neutral position. We should always try to keep frequently used items within close proximity to our body. This is called the primary zone. Reaching from the primary zone out to extended arm's length would be referred to as the secondary zone. Look at your work area to see if you can recognize items that belong in your primary zone, and those that could be placed in your secondary zone because they are not used as frequently. Work height refers to the working height of the worker in relationship to the task being performed. Proper working height depends on the type of work being done and the tools being used. However, a good rule of thumb is to work with elbows at 90 degrees and no pressure on the back from leaning. You should be able to relax your neck and shoulders by keeping work the correct distance in front of you, no reaching, and keeping your wrists in a neutral position. No one is created equal in size, so it is very important to implement adjustable working height stations whenever possible, especially when worker stations are shared with others.
Most people have heard the word ergonomics, but don't understand exactly what it is. For example, have you ever wondered why a handle might be designed with a certain groove or curve? Or why a sink might be placed lower than another? And why a computer keyboard might have a special shape? Well, the answer is, most of these designs improve comfort and convenience. It's the interaction between people and their environment. The beauty of these designs come from the application of ergonomics. The science behind ergonomic design involves the study of the human body, including how to design for improved health, better experience, and increased productivity. The result of ergonomic designs are products that meet the requirements of the human body. And of course, the workplace, whether it be the home or office environment, has become one of the primary areas of ergonomic product development. As an example, research shows that lower back pain is the world's most common work-related disability. In the United States alone, businesses spend $170 billion a year on costs associated with occupational injuries and illnesses, money that comes straight out of the company profits. So even though most of us may not look at the statistics regarding ergonomics and work-related injuries, most of us have experienced back and muscle aches and eye strain during our time at work. The answer for better health is to improve the way we work by investing in ergonomic products, creating a more active work life. Best of all, there are ergonomically designed products available, such as sit-stand desks, workstations, monitor arms, monitor risers, and an assortment of ergonomic accessories. So get your life active today.
Tourism and hospitality industry is one of the largest segments under the service sector and is a vital source for foreign exchange. The country's rich history, cultural heritage, diversity of religion, variety of landscapes and medicines fascinates both budget and luxury traveler. The sector employment generation potential has also been highlighted by World Travel and Tourism Council. Let's learn more about the scope and job opportunities this sector offers. The tourism and hospitality sector is further branched into several subsectors. Some of the common areas of specialties include hotels and restaurants, travel and tours, facility management, cruise liners, etc. The facility management subsector is an emerging field in India and is growing at a steady pace. Even foreign companies are entering the market, hoping to capitalize on the greater potential for growth in India. The main success contributor for this subsector are urban development and modernization of office spaces. Choosing a career is a most important part of any job search. There are ample jobs in the facility management subsector which one can use to make an informed career. Some popular job roles are pest controller, procurement executive, cleaner, carpet and chair, order taker, home delivery, food and beverages services steward, room attendant, housekeeping attendant, manual cleaning, housekeeping supervisor, customer service executive, meet and greet, etc. Most of these jobs are not typically desk jobs. Depending on your chosen career path, you will get to work with various part of chains, for example, cleaning, delivering and customer services. It may require you to put in fixed numbers of working hours each day with the possibility of shift system. There's a huge amount of choice when it comes to choosing the right job for you in this diverse subsector. A cleaner can climb up to become a housekeeping attendant and further as a housekeeping supervisor. One can also incline to a post of housekeeping manager by his experience and specialization in that particular field. This subsector is capable of providing employment to a wide spectrum of job seekers, from the unskilled to the specialized. So board the train and find out more about the exciting opportunities. You can learn more about your chosen career requirements by exploring the link provided here. Knowing precisely what trainings and qualifications are required for your desired job will help you prepare for your chosen field in a better way.